I'd also like to introduce two of our business partners, Eric Kapimaki and Christina Visser. I got to say that's the first time I saw that video, and I looked at that and I hardly recognized it myself. I'm very humbled. First, I'd like to thank our sponsor, the Northern Credit Union, and an enormous thank you to the Northern Ontario Business Awards and the organization that puts us on. It's an incredible venue for businesses in Northern Ontario to exhibit what they do, and an inspiration to other businesses who watch this and who really develop the confidence that they need to build their businesses in the North. It's an enormous honor to be here. It's actually the second time I was here. In 2003, we were awarded the Innovation Award. At that time, we were a much smaller company. I had quite a bit more hair, I would suppose, at the time. There's been a lot of changes since then. I want to thank, of course, people for this award, not only on my behalf, but on the behalf of my business partners. Of course, Eric Kapimaki, who's beside me, who's been instrumental with us since 2004. Paul Chamberlain, who is the General Manager of Variant Mining Technologies, who's not here today. And Christina Visser, who is our General Manager of BlackRock Engineering, and who also happens to be my partner in life for the last 20 years, and has put up with a great deal from me, and I want to thank her for that. So I've been in business now for 17 years. It's sometimes hard to believe it's been that long. So in preparing this little talk, I figured, geez, I've been in this so long. At some point, I graduated from being the young upstart to being, I don't want to call myself an elder statesman, because certainly that I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I would say I guess I'm a senior businessman in the group. So I figured that after all that time, I must have learned something. And so that I should probably share something with the people who are a little bit earlier on that path than I am. Two bits of advice that I wanted to offer. The first is focus, and the second one is a little disease that I call do-it-yourself-itis. Okay, so focus. One of the things that I found in the 17 years of the business that we do is that you're going to get opportunities. You're going to get opportunities provided to you by people you know, friends, business colleagues, who say, you know what, you've been done incredibly well in this, take a look at this, right? And they'll show you some opportunity where you can make a pile of money in some other business that's somewhat unrelated to what you do. And you'll sit back and, if you're a business person like I am, all of a sudden you start to think, there might be something there. Be very, very careful. The alarm bell should be going off at that point. Because, and I can see this in the other winners here. You have to think about what has gotten you to the point where you're at right now. And what's gotten you to where you are is passion, excitement, knowledge, and an abiding interest in what it is that you do. If you want your business to grow, focus on what it is that you've done well. Retain that focus, never forget it, and in everything that you choose to do, always go back to how does this apply to what I know, to what I do, to what our team does. And let your growth come organically from that knowledge that you've accreted over the years. My second bit of advice, and this really applies to businesses that are looking to grow. Not everybody's business is, but to those who are looking to grow, it's this disease that I call do-it-yourself-itis. And in the technology field, it's almost endemic, right? If you're the type of entrepreneur who started up a business, right, you have a tremendous knowledge and confidence, or else you wouldn't be doing what you're doing, and you want to bring that onto the world. But as you grow your business, you can no longer at a certain point do everything yourself, right? Do-it-yourself-itis is a delusion that we have in our head. It's a delusion that we're the only one who knows how to do these things and that we're the best at what we do. Now, unless Elon Musk is in the audience here, dispel that rumor, dispel that delusion, right? There are lots of people who can do parts of what you do better than what you do. And to grow a business, what you have to do is you have to look at those people and say, you know what, I want you to do this. You have to take a look at the bright young minds that you have in your business and say, you know what, I'm going to give you that chance. You know, I've found this on a number of occasions where, you know, really the best thing to do is to, you know, grit your teeth, hand the knife to the next generation, throw them into the pool with the sharks, and let them swim. And I'm not saying you shouldn't help, right? You should sit on the sidelines and once in a while, as they're swimming around with the sharks, bleeding, you know, offer bits of advice and opinions, and usually after a little bit of time, they'll find their way out, and yeah, they'll be bruised and they'll be bloody and a little bit sore and they'll be grumbling at you, but you'll have a person there who's far more confident, far more possessed of their own capabilities, and who knows what they can do, and they will be there to help bring your business to the next step. And that's what we've done to get to the point where we are. That's how we've gone from one or two guys to what's now 75, and what I hope to see maybe 100 or 150 in the relatively near future. Anyway, that's what I can offer at this point. Again, it's a huge honor to accept this award. Thank you very much to everybody who helped put this event together, and good night to you all.